Average Woodsman here, back with another video. So I did a poll on my community tab on my YouTube channel, trying to see what people wanted for my next video for this week, and overwhelmingly people chose an updated bug out bag, or my 2024 updated bug out bag. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go through it, going to talk a little bit about the concept of it. Before we get started, I was thinking about just talking a little bit about my specific kit, the concept behind it, and really bug out bags in general, and some of the misconceptions I think people have with them. So the way that I look at the kit, the bug out bag kit, the bag, whatever you want to call it, the pack, is it's there specifically to get me from point A to point B. This is not a kit that I'm going to walk out in the wilderness with and live for an extended period of time. That is an inch bag, and if you're interested in my take on the inch bag and kind of the concept behind it, I have a video on that, so you can check my channel. For my bug out bag specifically, I want to keep it lightweight, or at least relatively lightweight. I want to keep just the items to help me get from point A to point B. So to help me get a decent night's sleep, at least for in the short term, so I can lay down, get a few hours of sleep, and then on to my next point in my route. Now, ideally, you're never going to have to use a bug out bag. If anything ever happens, you can bug in. Obviously, that's the best course of action. If you did have to bug out, your vehicle would be the best way to facilitate that. But if you were to have to go on foot, you want to have a kit that's part of your contingency plan to make it to the next point. So that's what this concept, or what the bug out bag, is supposed to do. It's supposed to help you get from point A to point B. All right, guys. So this is the kit. The bag is the 511 Tactical Covert 2.0. Now, I've already done a couple videos with this pack before in the past. I did a video about a few years ago, on the pack and using it as a bug out bag. I went over the kit and everything like that. The bag has not changed. I really do think it is one of the premier bags to use when you're making a bug out bag, because of the construction, the design. It doesn't look very assuming. It's not tactical looking. It doesn't have MOLLE panels all over it. And while I'm not the largest proponent for the whole gray man, I do think that there is some merit to it. Whether it be overblown or not is another conversation that we could have, but that'll be for a different video, not this video. Anyway, so the bag itself is excellent. I've had this bag for several years now. It's holding up well. As you can see, it's still in really good shape, even though it's been beat up. It's been carried with me all over the place. It has multiple water bottle pockets that'll hold pretty large. This one has my Grail and the cup. This side has my stainless steel cup and a large Hygiene. So on the sides, obviously, I have multiple containers to treat water, to disinfect water, and to carry water over distance. Because remember, in this kit specifically, I'm going to be walking from point A to point B. So for some reason, I had to bug out, and I wasn't able to get to my bug out location in my vehicle. So therefore, I had to grab this and walk the remaining distance. I put the Grail on here along with the stainless steel nesting cup, and I put this larger Hygiene along with the stainless steel nesting cup, because I want to be able to carry as much water as possible, because I don't want to stop a lot. Also, with the Grail, I can collect water and disinfect that water on the move. So with this, I can literally just take this bottle out. I'm able to collect water on the fly, drink. I can even collect water, dump into my other container, collect water, dump into my other container, until both containers are filled. And not only is this a filtration system, a filtration device, kind of like a Catadine or a Sawyer, but this is also a container to hold additional water. Another thing that's really good about this compared to other water filters, that it doesn't just filter out bacteria and protozoa. This will also filter out chemicals and viruses. And at this point in time in my life, with my career, my family, our house where we have it, I live in the suburbs, so one thing that I'm going to run into in a bug out situation as I'm heading toward my location, my end destination, is I'm probably going to run into ditches and things like that, or maybe even retention ponds, where I'm going to have to worry about things like chemicals. So this allows me to filter those out, or get those out of my water, out of my drinking water, to better facilitate my travel. All right, so in this has like a compartment right here in the middle. Right now I just have my sniper's veil in there. You could put like a jacket if you wanted to put like a jacket in there, or a helmet of some sort. I just have it with my sniper's veil. Here in the front is like a little admin area. It has Velcro here. I just added a little admin pouch. So I have a couple additional magazines for my Glock 19, which obviously I have here on my side. Glock 19, if I were to travel, well, I'm always going to have a firearm on me all the time where I'm legally able to carry it. And in something like this, a lot of those are going to be, let's be honest, stripped away or without rule of law. So all bets go out the window. Just some duct tape. So really not much here in the front compartment. There is a concealed carry compartment that has some Velcro if you wanted to put your CCW in there. I like to keep mine on my person at all times, but that is an option. So one thing I really like about this pack too is that it opens up like a clamshell design, and this does actually have an internal frame. So if you wanted to, you could really load this out. I personally wouldn't. That's really not this type of a pack. It's not really a long-term or a long-distance like backpacking style pack or a military style ruck. It's more of a urban or semi-urban backpack to carry essential items in an emergency. So I have my Spyderco bandana. Obviously this could be used as a face cover, to wipe yourself. A million uses for a bandana. I have my sniper's veil. So you notice I have multiple cotton items, you know, multiple things to use for that. I have an additional pair of socks. You can never keep your feet are so important to have a good pair of boots and have a good pair of multiple pairs of socks, especially in this situation where you're going to be doing a lot of walking. You might walk dozens or even hundreds of miles. A huge fan of wool, so I have some darn tough wool socks, and then these are smart wool, so these would be, you know, either a backup or an additional one at night. I have my snug pack. This is the jungle bag. Here in Florida, it is hot pretty much all year. We've already broken a bunch of records this year. It's been in the triple digits for almost 2 months now, and we're not even into summer yet. This is still considered spring. So having a good bag like this that is for warmer weather but can also get down to colder weather, you'll still be comfortable in the 50s, you know, in the 50-degree range, is really important. Plus it doesn't weigh very much and it packs down really small. So we'll stick with cover. I have my Helicon Tex poncho. I mean, what is there to say about a poncho that hasn't already been said? Remember, this is not a camping kit. This is not a backpacking kit. This is not, you know, I'm not going out recreating. This is to have specific items that will facilitate me in my travels. So having a lightweight outer garment that can be used as a tarp, it can be used in so many different applications that it's ridiculous or silly not to carry a military style poncho. Obviously you guys have seen this in a million different kits of mine. I love these heavy mil trash bags. These are 6 mil. I have 2 of them right here. For food, I just have these SOS rations. Really thousands of calories in this, and it doesn't weigh much. It doesn't take up much space. This could last me multiple days, and I want food. So I want food that I'm going to be able to eat on the fly. I don't want to have to stop and boil water. I don't want to have to stop and cook foods and cook meals. I'm not out hunting. I'm not out fishing. I'm not out trapping. Remember, this is me walking from one location to another. So I'm trying to get there as fast as possible without any issues in between. So being able to pull this out and eat some of it on the fly to keep those calories coming into my body, because obviously I'm going to be burning a lot along the way. Additionally, just have some beef jerky. Original Jack Lank's beef jerky. So I have protein, I have fat, and up here I just have some more beef jerky. I have a bunch of these little Slim Jims. They're high in fat, high in calories, and high in protein. Gloves. I mean, you can't beat a good pair of gloves. These are the mechanics with the leather portion on the hand. I have my Leatherman multi-tool. I thought about putting my P4 in here, but I chose the Surge because of the simple fact that it has the bits. And being that I live in an urban environment and I'm going to be traveling to a more rural environment, I might need those bits in the while I'm traveling to the more rural location. Oh, here you guys have seen this. This is just a little Maxpedition Possibles pouch. In here I have an additional lighter, a bunch more bank line for cordage. I have a whistle. I have a Silcock key, which is super duper important when you're in an urban environment. I have just some quadruple-aught steel wool, additional batteries for my flashlight, which I have on my person. Remember, I'm going to have things on me as well. I'm going to have a flashlight. I'm going to have a good fixed blade knife. So right here I have my Battle Horse knives. Top of that I have my little repair kit. This has additional duct tape. It has just some braided line on it, and then a sail needle inside. And then here are the bits to my Leatherman. So you guys have seen this in a million videos also. This is my nav kit. So I have an additional ferro rod in here for a backup. I have a a Sharpie. And then inside this I have some paste beads. I have multiple notepads with a pencil. These are Right in the Rain. I have my Essie Right in the Rain notepad with the map cards, and then I have my Soon-to Global Compass. Top of that, first aid kit. I mean, you know that this is obviously important. Tourniquet, Mylar blanket, compression gauze, all those types of things are in here. And then I just have a parka for rain and if I needed to, warmth. So I have just like a little hygiene kit with a toothbrush, toothpaste, and some wet wipes. I have additional bank line up here, and then I have just some aluminum foil nuggets in this area. Down here is more of I would say to set up my tarp. So I have some aluminum stakes, my rapid deploy ridge line. I have a tourniquet. There's also a small pocket here in the front, and I just have some polarized sunglasses up there. And the last two items are just a small fully charged power bank and a cable, mainly for my phone, just in case I needed to use it. That's pretty much it, guys. So let's pack everything back up and we'll close out this video. Alright guys, so that's the kit. Remember, this bag is specifically designed to get me from whatever location, whether that be my house or where my vehicle was stopped for some reason, to my Bugout location. So remember, I don't need to have a lot of items. This is not a long-term survival kit. This is a supplemental kit to keep me alive while I'm traveling over distance. That's why it's smaller, lightweight. There's not a whole lot of items in here because there's not a lot of things that I personally need traveling. I don't want to carry any extra items that are going to weigh me down because I want to be able to move quickly over distance. I want to avoid people, I want to avoid any type of issue, and I want to get to a specific location. When I weighed this with a full bottle of water, it was around 18 pounds, just to put that in perspective. So you're talking about under 20 pounds, a full kit to move rapidly. So remember to like, subscribe, share these videos with your friends and family. Be safe, stay dangerous, and I'll catch you on the next one.